If you're like me and you're building an app via vibe coding, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice that I kind of just discovered. Lately, I've been looking at my app's metrics and I'm wondering, did I do enough? Did I do enough to set this up so that it's searchable, that people understand what it is? I did the things, there was llms.txt that I added, agents.txt. I got to make sure I have a sitemap, that I used all the right headings, all the usual SEO tips and tricks. But I was still wondering, why am I not getting as much traffic? And it's really dropped down over the last week or so. So I started doing a little bit digging, and I think this is a perfect use case for Claude Opus 4.8. So I gave that task to it. And what I found out, and this was something that I did not know at the time, is a lot of the apps that we build, especially if we want to make it kind of interactive and look nice and whatnot, would use like React and Vite. So these tools are great for making a very nice, presentable, something that's pleasing for humans to see. But it sucks for getting your site ranked for SEO and AEO. Mind you, I had FAQs, I have a whole help page. So I thought, I was like, haha, I beat the system and I figured it out before with nobody telling me that I had to do that. But yeah, turns out I'm still wrong. Essentially, when you use these type of like React apps, they don't really do well with crawlers. So like Googlebot, Claudebot, well, not Claudebot, Chat, what is it? I forgot what it was. But the bots for the LLMs out there. So like, because that was the thing that I was looking at. I was like, why am I not maybe getting pulled up even on chat results if somebody was asking for an app that helps them take a picture and automatically writes a listing for them that they can put on marketplaces like eBay, Facebook, Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari. I validated this idea, so I know that there's a need for it. And I just found it so odd. So it turns out that you have to configure your app in a very boring way, essentially using plain HTML. However, that would kind of break the other side of it, the side that the human enjoys seeing. So, what I tasked Claude Opus was to determine how to keep all of the nice visual aspects, elements, the way that it logs in, pop-up screens and whatever, that makes it pleasing to use, but yet be built in a way that a site can crawl it and know exactly what my app does. And there is a way of doing it. I won't go into a lot of the details, but it's basically creating almost like a hybrid approach where anything that's like static on the screen and doesn't need to access any third-party API, like it doesn't have to go to Superbase for authentication, doesn't have to go to like Stripe for payments and whatnot. Anything that doesn't touch that, that's literally just like text and images, you could create like a static index page of that. That's what's going to help it. And I'll tell you what, I'm looking at it right now over my computer and I could see that my context bar is at 93% and it's gonna be a little skull on Claude Code. So I'm starting a fresh session to finish it up, but we went through all of the things. So a little bit of advice for anybody who's making that. You don't just want to make your app look good. You also want to make it so people can even find it in the first place. So have a conversation with Claude about it and see what it is. I'm going to post another video, so this one isn't too horribly long, that explains the process that I used in order to understand what is needed and come up with a game plan using Claude Opus 4.8.